What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Let me know if you can hear me. I think I heard the echo, so I know what time it is. Today, we're going to go over really quickly tonight's class template. This is class number 207. Great. I'm so glad y'all can hear me. Real quick, what's up, Tracy, Alicia, Erica, Jennifer, Willie, what's good? And imaginable creation, what's good? The design place. Hey, hey, love. Let's go, Tracy G. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to go over this quickly. This is what you're doing in class tonight. I want to prove to you that you all have access to these templates that you can change out in 5 minutes and pretty much make different variations for so many different occasions. And I'm going to start showing y'all how you can use this stuff for things other than apparel. I want you to imagine you can use this for banners, backdrops. You can use this for graduation stoles. You can use this for almost anything that you can imagine that needs to be designed. So I want you to get creative with this and start showing me how you can use these same designs on several different substrates. The Automizer does that fantastically, but I want to see what you all do with it outside of mocking it up. Let me see what you're doing to make this stuff. I've been so impressed lately that I'm actually going into the Innate Creators Facebook group and I'm recording what y'all are doing, giving y'all props, and I'm going to start posting you on my page to show that this is what you all are doing with the very tools that I'm giving you. You all are rocking it out and making phenomenal work with it. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and change out the photo here. And for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on over to remove BG. Let's upload an image. I'm going to, let's see, still a little Sam Cooke. I don't know. I'm feeling a little Sam Cookish. Let's see. All right. And this is an old photo, so it's not high quality at all. I just want to show you what it'll do. It'll only do what you put in. So input is going to determine the output. Emma, take your headphones off, baby, and go ahead and pause that show. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and download this. It will be a PNG, meaning it will have a transparent background now. And then what I'm going to do is double click on the photo because it's a smart object. I can go ahead and I'll do file, place embedded, just so if you don't remember, sometimes you don't remember where it saves your image. So let's do place embedded. Let's bring in Mr. Sam right here. And then the other thing I want you to think about is if you're going to have a hard line here at the bottom, and as a matter of fact, let me go ahead. I think I already saved the thumbnail, but I want to right click and save this as a PNG so that it gives me a nice, clean, printable file. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my 207 folder. And I'll call this art-1. All right, and then let's go ahead and change this image. Now, once I save this, it's going to automatically update. So let's go to File, Save. It'll update here. And lo and behold, I don't like this hard line here. So guess what we can do? We can go to the photo, add a layer mask. I'm going to grab my paintbrush here. And I'm just going to grab a soft round brush. Any soft round brush will do because you can change the size of it. So go up to your general brushes. And I'm going to reduce that size down probably to about 800 or so. 1400 looks fine to me. And let's go ahead. You have to make sure that you're on the layer mask. Now, black conceals and white reveals. Just like those bodycon dresses, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so now we could take the photo. And because Mr. Cooke is a little centered to one side versus the other, let me go ahead and pull this a little more. No, you know what? I'll just move the photo. I'll move the photo itself because we don't have two people in the photo anymore. We just have one. All right, so there we go, more centered. And then we're going to go ahead and pick these colors. So right now it has a blue theme. I want to go ahead and change this to a theme that will match the apparel that he's wearing at the moment. So I'm going to grab the color picker tool and let's grab one of these reds here. And then let's double click on the color. All right, let's go to add to swatches. And then we can just say that as long as we don't have the check mark here for add to my current library, let's hit OK. All right, and then I'm going to go into color. I'm going to change color number 2 here because color number 1 is really my accent color that I was working with. So let's go ahead and duplicate the layer, change out the swatch here. And the way that we can change out, we don't even have to double click on it. Usually that color is going to save down here in your swatches or up here at the top. So we can just change that out. Let's hit yes to update. All right, all right. All right, so that changed our colors there. Now, what I want you to know when it comes to changing colors and using the smart colors, you're still going to have to identify how the colors are going to play with the layers underneath. And with that, for instance, up here, my red is looking a little orange. So I'm going to right click right here, go to my color 2, and I'm going to play with the levels here. Now, the levels are going to allow me to get a darker or a lighter color here. And then what I can do when I double click on the levels, I can play with the mid-tone here. I can play with the white, or that's your highlight, and I can play with the darker one, which that's your shadow. And then basically I'm manipulating the gray tones underneath to give me the effect that I want for the color that's on top right now. Now, let's say if I wanted to do different color here, I could do the blue or whatever secondary color. You would change it out the same way. And you may have to change the blend mode here, or you may have to change the levels to get what you want. Now, quite naturally, if you leave it on black and white, let's say I want gold. Let's take the blue here and let's make it gold. All right, so I'm gonna, that's more of a yellow gold. I'll duplicate that layer and I'm gonna make more like a Vegas gold here. So I'm gonna pull it closer to the grays, gray it out just a little bit. I'm a fan more of the Vegas gold versus the yellow gold. So there we go, we'll update that. All right, so now we have gold veining there in the marble, gives us a cool effect at that point. And let's say down here at the bottom, we have the marble here too. But what's happening again, I have the red applied here, but the red is looking very, very faint. Same thing, I can go in and change my levels here so that I can get a lighter or a deeper tone depending on what kind of effect I want here. And the same exact thing we can do with the leaves. We can change the color of the outline, or we can change the color of the inside of the design there. And I like to keep a black and white, pretty much as my neutrals, and then change out color number 1 and 2 to kind of give me those options there. But I'm just showing you the possibilities here. Now, once you get the colorways the way that you want them, you can go into the text. I'm going to right click on the word Mr. and Mrs. And I'm going to double click on the T here. And let's say I put Sam, and then for the surname, I can double click here and put Cook. And then let me just make sure I'm spelling it right, because I think you'll see Cooke, and I think I'm right. And of course, it has a smart color on there, but if you want to change it to another color because you think it doesn't have enough contrast, then those 4 smart colors are right here for you to play with. And I would just move the entire layer by the folder there. And let's put the word Sam on top of Cook, then that way we have a good little layer in there. Perfect. And of course you can change this. You can increase the size here if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it a little bit smaller because I can imagine most words are going to be a little bit larger than 3 letters. Now, let's say I wanted to add another piece of text somewhere and I wanted to keep my smart colors and everything intact. Let's take text number 1. Let's Alt, click and drag. Uh-oh, my bad. I didn't know that Instagram wasn't seeing none of this. All right, Instagram. My bad, y'all. All right, so now we could take that other layer of text and change that out. And like, let's say you wanted to do, like, if this was a memorial design, you could do the dates of sunrise, sunset. If this is a special occasion and you have a special text that you want to put here, you can do that. And I can do something like, I'm going to put like some long text so you see what happens. The one and only. And see how long that is? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control T, or if you have Show Transform controls on up here at the top, I'm just going to reduce just the text down, not the whole box, but just the text. And now I have the option to maintain the text, but change out the colors here. You see that? And of course, you can change the effects if you want to change the drop shadow, anything of that nature, but that is it. We could also, of course, change out fonts and that sort of thing, but I like to keep it simple and pretty much ready-made for you so that you have some 5-minute options that will take you to being able to do what's on somebody's mind to what they're willing to pay for in 5 minutes or less. Like, they are going to be excited about these designs, even if like they see it as a basketball design or a memorial design or a prom design. Whatever you present, you can always do an alternate version of it to show them the versatility of how you can design. All right, so I'm getting ready to upload this for a class tonight. So for those of you who are in the VIP or the Platinum VIP, you will have access to this class and this template live for the free 99 tonight and anytime that we do our live Wednesday classes. If you're not in the VIP or the Platinum VIP, you can purchase the live class for $97 and then you'll be able to join live. You do not have to have Photoshop experience at all. You just need to have your Photoshop set up. It takes about 15 minutes and there's a video that shows you how to set your Photoshop up. Once you have Photoshop set up, we walk you through the rest. There's no creative left behind. Basically, everything that I did just now on the screen, you're going to get done in class. That means you're going to have a final design by the time you end class. And my goal is to get you all posting your work that night. I'm not even giving y'all 24 hours. Tonight, when you're done, post your mock-ups. You will be so surprised to see that what you just learned in class is actually going to make you immediate sales as long as you consistently put yourselves out there. So tonight, when you're done with class, post your mock-up on your Instagram, your Facebook, all of your social media, your TikTok. And I just want you to get people's feedback and see what they're excited about. Okay? All right, the 13 by 19 version. Actually, I'm glad that you said something because I don't have a 13 by 19 version. So let me show you how I do that. Let me go ahead and grab... let me grab my frames. And I teach y'all how to do this, but usually I put this inside of every template. So I think I need to put in the mask. I give y'all this file. And I can't remember what course it is, but let's see, what layer mask do we want to use here? Let's take a look. Want something elegant. That slate mask is normally really good. So I'm going to take this mask here. I'm going to drop it on over here. All right. And then what I do is I keep it blacked out so I can kind of see what's going to be in the frame. And then I'm also making sure that my frame is not hanging off the page because I definitely don't want to have any hard lines. Y'all know how I feel about hard lines. That's the reason why I even do the layer mask in the first place. All right, and I'm just centering everything here. And I'm actually visually centering this because sometimes these layer masks are not exactly symmetric. All right, so what I'm going to do is control click. You all will not have to do this. This will be already done for you. Okay, when I control clicked on the thumbnail there, now I can come to the art layer, add a layer mask, and let me drag the background for the top and bottom into the art layer. And I'm going to take everything that's in the art layer right now, group it. I'm going to call that the foreground. I lied. I thought I was going to call it the foreground. Okay, so I like to separate the foreground from the background. So there's my foreground. Let's group that and let's call this the background. Foreground and background are both in the art folder. There we go. And now I can go ahead and save this one. And you can imagine that you can change this to be a longer, taller rectangle, move your image. You can also have, if this is, let's say, a program or an obituary or something to that effect, you have space down at the bottom to put additional text, or you could just rearrange your graphic. So I have the 13 by 19 version. If I right click, go to quick export as PNG. I'll go ahead and save that as version 2. And then let me disable the layer mask, and I still have the full all over effect. Quick export as PNG. Now that's going to be version 3. And that's it, my loves. That's it. I love doing this live because number one, y'all get to see me troubleshoot in real time. And number two, you all get me together because I would have forgot to put that layer mask on there for y'all to get the 13 by 19. Awesome, awesome. Tampa Barbecue Queen says she'll be ready. All right. I know you stay ready. All right, love. So don't forget, we have our Shopify challenge coming up on Monday. So we'll be doing a little bit of design. We'll be setting up a Shopify store, and I'll get a chance to have some special guests come in and teach y'all on Wednesday about Facebook ads. Like they're going to do a free session during our challenge on setting up Facebook ads and how you actually bring people to your Shopify store. I know that's a big deal. So I'm really excited to have the Stevens from Rich from Anywhere come join us and teach in our academy for a whole day. Awesome, awesome. Oh, thank you, Design Place. Design Place says, I make this look so easy. Well, listen, I make this look easy only because of the repetition and basically being able to serve you all. Okay, so it's gotten me to where I can do this pretty fast and pretty easy. But check this out. You can do it just as easy and just as fast as I just did it because all the work that went into it, the pre-work, is literally provided right for you. Okay, loves. Well, I'll go ahead and upload this on the Academy. This is going to be course number 207 for the VIP and the Platinum VIP members. Make sure that you check your code and so that you can get this course for free. And I'll see y'all soon. Remember, this is the year for our creative domination. Go ahead and get in front of this thing. This is our year, y'all. This is not hard, but I tell you what, it's not easy either. So let's go ahead and just be consistent. And consistency is definitely that key. All right, loves. I appreciate y'all. I love you dearly. Until next time. Bye. Check out later.